50 years ago, America passed the 28th Amendment,
virtually enslaving anyone with special abilities into government service, or forcing them to live as ordinary citizens.
With his team disbanded,
America's foremost protector and hero for a century had been betrayed by the very institution he swore to serve. Erased from its history books, his every exploit was covered up. Now, in a place called Little Bighorn, the greatest hero America has forgotten will come out of retirement to take down the very institution he once served,
assembling a new team of superpowered individuals wielding abilities never before witnessed.
In a country that has banned its heroes, it's time to root for the criminals. Let's start a new revolution.
I wanna know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I wanna know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.
I had a great thing going, guys. I had a great spiel going. Wow. Anyway, wish you could have heard it. Anyway, I just said, welcome to the channel, always known as the rabbit hole. I worked hard on that. There you go. See, right there, right there. Anyway, all right, we're going to do an update on the community service campaign. Got a few goodies for you guys. I want to show you. Some really awesome stuff happened this week. By the way, if you want to pop on Jared, there that connector, guys. It's driving me crazy. Anyway, let me bring on some guys right here. All of a sudden, yes, I know I've been muted. Yes, I know. I know. All right. Anyway, all right. Let me add on my first friend, the furry tank one. We call him Tank Ferret, and he is right there. Hello,
Hey,
Tank.
how's everybody doing today?
Greetings, greetings, greetings. And right here is this is Mr. Tamlovic himself, also known as T Mike. What's up? Oh yeah.
You
Yes,
see
so
him
it's
tonight
just-
on AEW Wrestling.
I
I love
Yeah,
it.
major echoes, so I got to figure out where that's coming from real quick.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Also known as the Hero Shack. Great channel. Check him out every chance you get. Anyway, hold on. Let me make sure I got the right mic going on right now. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, that's what I thought. Fixed. All right.
Oh yeah, much better, much better.
Much better, much better. As long as I don't bump that stupid connector. I don't know how to fix that. It's a USB connector, and it's like you bump it, boom, gone.
Don't
I
even look
know.
at it crossways.
I'm serious. I'm serious. There's no way to fix those things unless you like resolder a new one in. I've looked
Yeah.
all over the net for it, but no.
Yeah, no, it is. It's definitely replace the cord or DIY.
Yeah, do it yourself. Right. All right, you back, Chris?
I think so.
Okay, good deal.
What's up, Chris? Long time, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm so happy to see you. I've been wanting to talk to you forever. Just
Yeah.
to say peace, man. Just peace.
Word.
Yeah. Yeah, Tank gets around, man. He kind of disappeared on us for a little while there, and then he's back with a vengeance. So
I
Well,
am.
he had to deal with a bit of my aspy self having a little bit of a meltdown about a year ago, and I'm just glad that to see
Oh,
him.
dude.
I'm just glad. It's good
Yeah,
to see
no,
you, man.
I'm glad to see you're doing good, man. I'm glad
I
to see you're
swear
doing
you
good.
cannot swing a dead cat without hitting an Asperger's sufferer around here.
Dude, I think
It's-
we're
it's-
all of a
it's the
spectrum.
creator's- yeah, it's the creator syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's part of it. Being a creator means that you're on the spectrum somewhere. You know, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's why you need somebody like settled to kind of like keep your feet on the ground. You know, otherwise, I unfortunately I don't have any like restraining hand, so that I've gotten into a lot of trouble because of that.
Well, you know me, man. I always wish people health, wealth, and happiness.
Mhm.
You know, that's just me. I want people to win because we got bigger problems in the world out there.
Yeah. So no
And-
voodoo
Hey,
dolls.
speaking of
no
winning,
voodoo
what's
dolls.
community service doing?
Dude.
Well, yep, going to give an update on that. I'm going to save it for a little while, but I wanted to play this clip for you guys.
Oh yeah.
This happened the other night on the Drink with Crazy.
Crazy.
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me play this thing. So, if it lets me, come on.
Getting cool. All right, we're gonna check out the final trailer. This looks really good. This looks really good, guys. $610, only 12% back. We need to get this guy up to 5,000. So, all right, here we go.
Our brethren are already in the field. Why stand we here idle? What is it the gentlemen wish? They have.
Whoa, wait, an American amendment was what? Hold on. Whoa. Forcing people into...
Is
Whoa!
life so dear, or peace sweet?
Is making their final move.
Has to be purchased by some chains and slavery? Forbid it already.
How's it going, everybody?
This is incredible.
I can't even hear you.
This is unbelievably incredible.
It sounds screwed up.
It's time for a revolution. Oh, truer words.
But or give him death.
You want to know the best part? Oh,
You just backed it.
well, other than that, I haven't backed it yet. I'm still in the process. Just give me a second. The best part is you've got a
All right, let me pause that a minute. So
Yeah.
they like my trailer. They did like the trailer.
Dude, that's putting it lightly, man. Dude, their socks are somewhere in Antarctica right now.
Yeah. I was like, what got me is they understood. They understood it. That was what I was happy about. You know, they understood
Well-
the implications, and you know.
I recently discovered a drink with Critical, or Drink with Crazy, and sorry, Critical
He's a
Drinker,
great
totally
guy.
different channel. Both great, both great. And I was like, dude, I love these guys. You know, they're patriot oriented, they're freedom oriented, very positive. They have their opinions. And one of my favorite things, and it's his most watched video, is where he's like, you know what? I was wrong about Rippaverse. I take it back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that in today's internet environment,
Right.
that's a big move. That's a big move to go, you know what? I was wrong. And here's how, and I'm moving forward, because that's how we improve ourselves, right? We learn best from our mistakes. Right.
And funny thing about it is that that video is what blew his channel up. So him going mea culpa is what blew the channel up. So isn't that funny?
No, it's great. It's fantastic. I love to see people succeed, man. Because like I was saying, you know, we've got bigger issues, and
we do.
Us little fellers, man, we have to show a sense of solidarity and support each other. You know, get the word out, because you know, I was talking with a marketing company, and it was like, dude, our potential reach for indie comics and games is over 250 million people. And that was easy. That took half an hour to figure that out.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, the only thing holding us back is us.
Right. It is. Let me get some of the chat in here. Jared Frost says, I'll join as soon as I'm able. Yeah. Hey, man. Dave with Brink, what's up? Sound is off. Yeah, I know. I think I got it fixed. All right. Until I bump it again. I'm going to stream snap this, so stream watching the clip of a stream. Streamception. There you go. Yeah, Inception, Streamception. I get it. Drink with Brink sounds so much better. Well, yeah. Well, Royce has got the hair, though. You have to admit, Royce has got the hair. My gosh. Just the main. Anyway, the title alone is very catchy. But yeah. So, all right. Anyway, let me go ahead and everybody else chimes in, and this is what they had to say was really interesting. So, if you'll indulge me a little bit, this is a little bit of a victory lap here.
Go for it.
All right.
Yep.
up and coming. It's like, you know what? Old guys, they got a lot of wisdom. And this guy, it's like, you can be a hero at any age. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, this holy shit.
You want to listen to your old guys.
Yes.
A lot of people don't realize that if you're a soldier and there's an older, listen to that person. They have managed to stay alive longer.
Colonel Comics American
Can
Bliss. Oh, he's working with Genuine Comics. Yeah, that's American Bliss. That's so freaking cool that they're doing that crossover.
That's a crossover, eh?
Well, the artwork is a crossover. Yeah, that's American Bliss by Genuine Comics, which is Dave.
I'm not gonna lie, she looks cool.
So he remembers you, Dave.
First 100 backers get something special. Question.
Hey, and I think that seed that's planted there is just fantastic.
Hey, I'm within the first 100, guys. This is great.
Is the
That's true.
American Bliss
Oh
stuff
my god,
in the
it's
comic?
true.
I think it's just a teaser.
Okay.
Let me address that real quick. let me address that right quick. No, I did a Crossworlds tier with Dave Brink, Genuine Comics, and part of that was you get your character drawn with one of the Genuine Comic Verse people, and I was like, I gotta see Ironsides with America Bliss. I just gotta see it, and especially Powell Roderick's drawing it, and it came back more incredible than I would have ever imagined. This is the actual right here.
Look at that.
So, yeah. But yeah, that's so I was like, I gotta include this, and I was like, you know what? She's a big draw. She's got big more draw than Ironsides. It'd be good to pair those two up, and maybe they'll be, get people to back just for that,
Oh, for real.
Well, it's a good marketing decision for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I'd buy that book.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good one, wouldn't it? Congrats, Bunny and High Tank Panel. Hey, Biff. Hey,
I gotta say this name. I gotta say this name out loud. Biff, bam, boom, comics. Just love it.
Yeah. I call him Triple B for short. Triple B. Anyway, he and his dad are really great guys. They did that. I got the comic over there. It just escapes me, but it's a real cool Space Odyssey comic. He also got a 3D animated video with it. Anyway, yeah, let me go ahead and we'll play this. It's just a few more minutes. So.
I don't know. Would you guys lie to me? You might lie to me. But all right, let's
give you a hard time, but I don't think they would lie to you.
It's true. Greg Bo Watson, Micah, and Uncle Sam cover. That's so.
Yeah, but you can get both covers.
The Luke Stone Iwo Jima homepage wrap cover.
Yeah.
Oh my!
It's a classic comic.
But you can get both covers for $45, guys.
I love that guy.
Get them both. That's a good.
Yeah, he's very positive.
The Freedom 5 protected this young country as a constitutionally mandated gun. 50 years ago, in the day the heroes died, Ironside was ambushed and retired, and everything changed. The 28th and the hero was and ratified king-powered humanity called Expressors, subject to regulation, outlawing heroes. A new government agency was created, the FERA. Empowered people lost their civil rights as Americans. Holy fucking shit.
Now, here's a quick question, Bunny.
This is like freaking Superman crossed with
that
Incredibles.
That FERA. That FERA crest. Like, are we going to be able to eventually get that as like a morale patch? Like, like an embroidered patch? Because I would totally get that.
Yeah, it's in the FERA files. I've got a locally sourced person working on it right now.
Beautiful, because it's legit. I love the design. Yeah. I love good military or governmental, patch designs and stuff. And that one really tickles my fancy. I would totally put it on a jacket and have people go, "Oh, dude, I've never heard of that agency."
Yeah, exactly. Well, I had Xevious design it because I spent like over $100 or more on other graphic designers, and nobody understood that I wanted a federal seal. I want an eagle on it. I want the lettering. I want everything. And I kept getting these people with like digital graphics coming back, and I was like, no, that's not what I want. They're like, but this is.
You talked to me about this job once, but I told you to go a different route.
Yeah. Well, Xevious, he's one that had the best, the guy for all his eccentricities is a brilliant, graphic
for real.
designer.
The guy knows what professional looks like, and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So he sent it back. He worked with it. It's actually got an Easter egg right there in the seal. I'll just say that much. I'm not gonna share beyond that. Right there in the seal. Anyway, because I'm a bunny. What do you expect? All right.
Apocalyptic, but for just supers, it's like see something like that.
I get like a Suicide Squad type feeling.
I get an X-Men vibe out of this.
That too, yeah.
Like, okay, guys, go. This is a.
Hey guys.
Yeah, Redoubt. It was night 2. Okay. Where are we at with this one, guys? What do you think about this project?
Can I just say, like, what I think about this is, like, for the $300 package, this is how confident this guy is, as well as, like,
$300.
probably limited. Yeah, take a look at that $300 package. You can create a character that he'll put in, like.
Holy
that's not gonna be
crap.
for everybody.
This will not be a cameo. This will be an actual character who you have worked with the artist editor to create, or you can flesh out a character already created and put your stamp on them. The book is ready to accommodate this new character today. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Limited.
That's
2 left of 2. So 2. Only 2 people are going to be able to do this. I know why this speaks to me so much, but
because this is all American.
It is. This is all American. This is what an American comic book should be.
This is men being men,
and patriots, and we need that.
This old school original golden comics.
Oh, hey.
Back when Superman punched Hitler.
Still be the voices in my head.
It was Captain America,
okay,
by
so
the way.
Here's what I'm at with this. S.A. Cooper.
Yeah, Captain America.
I think that what you're doing with the story is unbelievably incredible. That this is Americana. This is speaking to the American myths, fighting for men's freedom and fighting everyone to be an individual. It does speak to the fact that government intervention is not a good thing and is not what we should want, because every time the government intervenes, they just seek to make slaves of a new class of human being. I think that I will be paying attention to this, and I hope to, I don't know, maybe you goes up to a magnanimous degree and then I can go back all the projects that I have been missing out on. Because this here, guys, this one has my heart. This is one of the few comics that has my heart. So that's what I will say on this. Has everybody had a chance to share their thoughts on this book?
Ron?
I love it. It is old school comics. This is what I fell in love with as a kid. At least looking at these are here. I can't because I haven't read the first story, but this goes back to Superman punching Hitler. This goes back to
America.
Great truth, justice.
I love her, but it's Captain America.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Rondo, you got thoughts?
This is absolutely compelling. It looks fantastic. I will definitely be looking, keeping an eye on this project.
All right. And with that being said, we have one more thing. We have yet to share. Project stole evening for you? Was it Kevin Strange's Space Worms? Was it Shadows, Strange Stories, Barsetshire? Was it A Fistful of Demons, an anthology of the Weird West? Or was Community Service Escape from Little Bighorn preambles?
I like the last one.
Which was Community Service?
Yeah.
I am tied between the last one and Fistful of Demons. They are tied for me.
Ooh, Joseph Peck. So you say Community Service takes it for you, or is there another one?
I think Community Service, because nothing's Demon, Wild West anthology is not my style per se, so
gotcha.
I'm not going to vote for it and be dishonest to any your chat. I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, I picked it. The last one takes the cake for me. I think both, the first one is a good value. Definitely, you get 22 stories for $25 because you're gonna you're not that poor.
Right.
But this last one, dude, I want to be an American and not be for it because I have nothing better to do than to talk bad about America.
This is a proud to be an American book. This wins for me tonight. It wins for me. So it is. I can't say that this is because Rondo has a. I cannot say that this. It's got.
Bravo.
Yep. Buddy, we got no audio coming from you.
No, it's again with the audio thing.
Yeah. Get a bigger hammer.
We just have to.
It's still
pretend.
muted.
There we go. Wait.
All right.
There we go.
Right. Let me get the right mic in here. Hold on a second.
And I'm proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free.
There you go. But yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to play that. I mean, I've been listening to that like 2 days straight since it aired. So.
Oh, dude, it's e-fappable. It really is.
Yeah. Well, to get to not only get people to understand what you're going for, but to get kind of like the underlying message, that government is not the solution. We are the solution.
Yeah.
And anytime the government gets involved, people lose rights, people lose freedoms, and and the thing about Ironsides is I'm hoping to get on Iron Age nights one of these days so I can explain this. But, Ironsides predates the country. He was there at the birth. He was one of the midwives. He was there when it was written. The most incredible governmental document that's ever been in existence in human history. He was there, and so he knows what the country should be, and he can see what it is now. And
one of the things that I really appreciated about it is the historical context of superheroes. And that really, I love that, because I was working on a story where with a buddy of mine who's a historian, and we were writing up a story of conquistadors with their supervillain and some Native Americans with their champions, with their holy warriors that are superheroes. And just doing a superhero comic where the outcome is still the same, but still it's so epic. And really what it is, it was a story of the, because, the Spanish, they made an inroad into what we now know as northern Mexico, southwestern United States, and they failed. They got their asses handed to them. And so I was like, yeah, dude, let's do that story, but with superheroes. And he was like, yeah, dude, that would be awesome.
Right.
Conquistador, Inquisitor, supervillains getting their butts handed, because, they're villains of history. So you can beat them up. Yeah. You can punch a Nazi, you can stab a Conquistador.
But on their behalf, they did wipe out the Aztecs. So that is a positive.
Yeah, that they did.
A positive. So, those guys were bad news. Bad.
Well, yeah, it was just one villain getting taken out by another villain is what it was.
Pretty much.
It was bad guy versus bad guy, and everybody lost.
Yeah. Well, you could also say that for the Dahomey.
Yeah. And the Mississippi.
So it's wonderful that there's a movie out there like praising them as like some kind of feminist paradise.
History's ugly, man. History's ugly. It's full of villains, and the heroes usually don't get the limelight.
One thing about it is Lupita Nyong'o. She was won an Oscar for 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
And she was due to be in that movie, The Woman King. And she did her unlike all the rest of them, she did her history work, and she's like, I can't be in this movie.
Right? No, for real.
And so she did a documentary where she visited there's a monument in Africa to the victims of the Dahomey.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a documentary of her visiting that, and and just like, okay, this is the real history. This is what really happened.
So that's a genius, though, right?
Oh yeah, and I didn't really know what to think of her before, because the 12 Years a Slave was just like such a heavy-handed movie, and
it's a heavy story.
Yeah, it's a heavy story. I mean, I know it's based on a true story, and that guy actually disappeared later. Not many people know that.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, though, is there's ways to tell stories without like vilifying one person or the other. There's ways just like going straight up and down and telling a story,
or glorifying history's villains. Right. like the Woman King, who was just one of many wives of the guy who was a total jerk.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a murderous harem that he had.
Yeah.
Okay. And they killed a lot of innocent people.
Commando waifus.
There you go. Anyway, so that
worst ECK ever.
Worst, the worst. But yeah, just so think about it is that's just the word of this book gets out. Yeah. I've always thought and always believed that all I need to do is just get it in front of eyes and let people just look at the project, because I know what I got here. I know I got something here.
And you know me, man, I'm all about those preview pages. I want to see a sample of the comic, and I got to see a sample of the comic on the page, and I'm just like, dude, I love this. It's got cloak and dagger elements. The threat level is real. I love high threat level comics. I really do. I love it when the hero is in danger of losing, because if the hero just waltzes in and Superman's all over the place, 90% of the time,
if he pulls a Ray from Star Wars, right?
Yeah, dude, that's boring.
If he pulls a Ray Palpatine, yeah, right.
Well, anymore though, even a Superman is kind of boring. Like, I know what Tank's talking about. I agree with him. I like to have some obvious Achilles heels, where like, okay, he's not, he or she isn't, necessarily the end all for everything. There's going to be a problem somewhere,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like my favorite, overpowered superhero story right now to read is One Punch Man, because, he's bored. He wanted to be a hero for fun, and he's bored because he's so overpowered. But really, the real struggle happens all around him. The character development, like Genos, the cyborg guy, like, I love it because he's a parody. He's a satire. He's not a parody, but he's a satire of the power ladder climbing character like Ichigo, Naruto, that kind of deal. Where he is overpowered, but that guy gets his butt handed to him. Like, he's in pieces. He's hauled back to his cyborg doctor guy, and like he's literally in pieces. Like, it's a torso and a chunk of an arm with a head, and he's like, I lost this time, but next time I will beat him.
Well, the one thing about the Ironsides that I won't in there from the inception of the character is, he's died 9 times for his country. Okay, so he went into the jaws of death and didn't make it out, but he regenerated. He had that regeneration, but every time he comes back as somebody slightly different. And he doesn't always have the memories don't always come immediately back, and so during the course of time where the memories are coming back, he becomes somebody different, basically.
Yeah.
And so any friendships he had before, he there has to be like a readjustment there, and so why he's never like had a love interest or anything like that.
Right.
And, but here he is. He's told for 50 years he's been convinced by the government that if he dies this time, that's it. And he's watching his body age, and he's like, that tells the truth of it. But here he is. He's asked to go into this kill box. Okay. I mean, it's a kill box. It literally is a kill box. They call it Little Bighorn because these people are going in and they ain't coming back out. Okay. And they are going overboard. I mean, they got like one of the most dangerous villains is like right there in the middle with them. And it's this indention in the ground. It's like a valley, little indention in the ground. And oh, by the way, there's a National Guard, but it's not National Guard. It's actually basically high-level mercenaries in National Guard gear that are rimming the thing. And on this side, they got some flying. In this world, they have higher technology than ours. And they have these flying backpacks. So it's like a bunch of rocketeers. They call them flyboys, except they have wings on it. Anyway, but that's to keep anybody from flying off. And Switch is there, the young lady who has the power to kill powers or boost them, but she can't control which. But they figured out a way to lock her powers on, so she's dampening their powers. And just in case, there's a sniper who's like the government's best wet works asset, and he's sitting up there making sure nobody gets out. And Ironsides is going into knowing this. Okay. This guy's coming out of retirement after 50 years. And this is going to be in the second half of the book. You guys are going to find out just how in the doo-doo they are.
I love it.
But I wanted to.
Lots of action there.
Yeah. Because the whole second part of the whole second book is going to be this battle to get them out of there. And it's just basically I was like, a friend of mine that Norm Leinert, who read my script, one of the first to read the script, and he sent me a text halfway through. He's like, I'm halfway through this book. How the hell are they going to get out of this? And then when he got to the last part of the arc, he's like, okay, this is the best thing I've read in a long time. So, but think about it is I just wanted a guy who knows he's vulnerable, knows that he could walk away from all of this and live a life. I mean, he doesn't have to be a hero, but he chooses to, and that's the part about that's the part of heroism that I think is lost, is the choice to be a hero. Like Samson didn't become a hero until he decided that he was going to take everybody down with him. When he was the first selfless thing he ever did his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And he took down the whole entire temple and wiped out more Philistines than he ever did in his life. But he knew he wasn't coming out of there alive. And he made that choice, and God gave him the strength to do it. And so this is a guy, he's going into this situation, eyes open, and he's walking in, and the only assets he have are a bunch of criminals who have never taken orders in their entire life. And that's who he's trying to save. Okay. Oh, welcome to it, man, Jared. Welcome to
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you.
Nice to meet everybody that I've not met yet.
Hey, greetings, man.
Yeah, actually, I had a question for you, T-Bunny. On the design element, I was curious. What the ghost arm or the see-through arm? How did that start? How'd you come up with it, and what does it mean?
Well, a long time ago, there's this comic called Power Pack, and in that comic Power Pack, this boy got like gravity powers for the first time, and he's kind of like exploring his power, and they went down the Morlock tunnels, and there's this chick named Arclight who's just like bad news. I mean, all of them are just murderers, right? And she tries to kill him, and he's like, "All right, lady, you asked for it," and he like charged up his fist. And his whole fist like turned black, right? And he punched that chick, and she like totally knocked the shit out of her, right? And so the thought that was like the beginnings of it. It's like, man, if he hit somebody with gravity, the gravity field, I mean, that would be hell of a punch, right? And so that started the idea, but then I was like looking at a crystal arm that somebody made. It was like it's like a pen holder or something like that. But it's like put it on your desk, and it was made of crystal, right? And it's like a hand, right? And I just thought that was cool, and I was like, now I know crystal is like not flexible, it's like frozen in place, right? But I was like, but if it wasn't, if you had like a cross, crystal can be some of the hardest substance on the planet. I mean, diamond is crystal, and it's the right configuration. And so I get around that because of the tiny machines that are in my world. And so this hand is made up of those, but they're all turned, when they all got turned to crystal, they're still active. And so if they're all like moving across each other, that still allows for the flexibility. And so,
so it's like it's nanotech in the arm that makes it a crystal. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's a crystal, but it's but each individual tiny ones are so microscopic that it's almost, it might as well be one piece. But yeah, I mean, the mechanics of it, it doesn't quite work out, but I still want it. I still like it. So,
Hey, I got a question. Do you remember Marvel Comics had it was a toy comic book called Crystar or Crystar? It depends on how you pronounce it. Back in the 80s.
I don't remember that. No.
So they were like all crystallized people, and that's one thing about your guy that is reminiscent, but it's not the same, but it's similar. That's kind of how I envision it. But check that out sometime. It's like it's an old. It didn't last very long. It might have been 12, 20 issues, somewhere in that range.
Oh, okay.
But they had a whole toy line and everything for them.
Cool. Yeah. There's also a character called Prism. He was also Morlock, but he got shattered early on, So he obviously that didn't work out for him. But but also another thing about the fist, the hand, the glass arm is what it's called, is that it's the hardest substance on this planet. So I still got the little Captain America thing in there,
So you can like block, whatever comes at him with it.
Yeah. But I mean, I've got a piece of art where he's to raise money for veteran causes. He put his arm on the table, and he like said, took all comers. He's like, okay, if everybody scratches the arm, you get $10,000, $20 a pop. All proceeds go to veteran causes. And you got people like with knives and hacksaws and coming to try to scratch the arm, and he's just sitting there like reading a book, because he knows nobody's gonna scratch it, right?
I like that art piece. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it's Odin Dasco did that one for me. But I also got one more piece that I want to debut today. Saturday before last, it might have been last Saturday. It was last Saturday. I went on a show with Ray. With Shay the Red, the Valkyrie, Red Valkyrie. And she did cosplay for me. But I gave her a little piece of a script of my character Switch. And I asked her if she wouldn't mind like doing something with it. And so she sent me this video. So this is a debut of my character Switch as interpreted by Shay the Red. So let me show this right quick.
Shoplift occasionally, and it's parking handicap spots when I'm late for Pilates, and the drug convictions. But I did rehab 4 times, and I meant it. That one sex tape that was leaked. But I'm not a
is available for download on your website.
I mean, life hands you lemons. You either make lemonade or 2.6 mil.
2.6 million?
Really? It was high debt.
Shay's the
Are you
best.
going to use that to promote? That's really good.
Yeah, I'm going to use that to promote. That's my character switch in a nutshell. She's so fun to write. SJW senator's daughter. She's never, she's like the Paris Hilton of that world, but less savvy than Paris Hilton was, Anyway, but I sent her that script and she loved it. She's like, "Oh, I love this. I can do this. I can do this." So
yeah, Paris Hilton goes 2.6 million. You mean my last spa day?
Right, exactly. But Switch is like the party girl. She's like an embarrassment to her dad. She's done all these. But she's actually reason she's in community services because of a felony. She really should be in jail, but somebody pull some strings to get her in community service. Of course, it turns out that they wanted her dead, but because
I love it.
Yeah, but because that speech is actually in the middle of the action. She has this moment. She's like, "I'm not supposed to be here. Well, being shot at, or I'm not supposed to be here." That's kind of the whole speech. She's kind of like justifying herself as to why she shouldn't be here. But just great character. I'm gonna use her in a lot of some promos that I've got planned. But great thing to have. Yeah, Shay's just amazing. I mean, she really is. She loved that character though. It wasn't hard for her to put together, and she looked great. She's like, "This is gonna be my look when I retire. This is gonna be my look."
Oh yeah.
So I was like, "You look good in fuchsia." There you go. But that's one thing that I was when I designed my characters, I was a little cognizant of if this is going to be cosplayed later, I kind of wanted something that was people could cosplay. Except for Ironsides, I don't think anybody could cosplay that one. But
don't be so sure. If they get into it, man, they'll find a way.
Yeah. I guess you could. But
tie an arm under a shirt and just get a glass arm on the side. Oh man, it's happening.
There you go. With some LEDs to light up the
man.
Hit up that ballistics gel guy who makes all the torsos and stuff.
Oh, right. That would work.
All right, see if you could do one in blue.
Yeah.
If someone can pull off Winter Soldier, they could pull this off too.
That's true. That is true.
As long as somebody's not cutting off their arm for to do it.
Right.
I mean, if they do, it's fine. I just think that he should probably include him at a higher tier automatically.
Yeah. You get the ultimate package if you cut your own arm off.
Yeah. Just so you know, if anybody commits to doing cosplay for Ironsides and does cut their arm off, you automatically get an extra free book. You get a free book.
You get a free book and a sticker.
Absolutely free.
Comics is not responsible for any injury that is received by anyone pursuing cosplay or free books.
Disavow.
Legal disclaimer.
Disavow.
Yeah, disavow.
All right, anyway.
But it would be really cool. We don't avow it, but it would be really cool.
It would be, yeah. It's like I'm not discouraging it per se, but
But hey, if you're into extreme body modifications, like the Living Lucifer or the Black Alien guy, I ain't gonna stop you. I mean, we don't kink shame around here.
Maybe it's just part of their sexual identity as identifying as Ironsides.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I mean, it is hot, so I'm sorry.
We all know the Ironsides is a beefcake. We've seen the art.
Yeah, no, I drew the swimsuit.
There you go.
He's beefcake. Can confirm. Himbo free.
Well, it's funny, Well, it's funny. I've gotten some people like joking about that, but that's actually comic history. They used to do that all the time. It's not the whole chick thing is relatively new. I mean, it's pretty much
Well, they did
dates
the
back to early 90s.
we had the swimsuit issues that had both
Yeah.
X-Men, all the X-Men, the men and the women both.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And the Wildstorms swimsuit
Yeah.
issue, that was
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah.
The young Brett Booth making his like really just coming onto the scene like a freight train.
Apparently, we can't do that anymore because reasons.
Because reasons, right?
Because
right.
reasons.
Well, they can't do that anymore.
That's
can.
true.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go
uh,
check out, see if you go on eBay and see if you can find yourself some copies of that CG swimsuit issue, the Summer Vacation.
Mhm.
It's great.
Well-
A lot of talented artists, a lot of awesome characters, just chilling in their banana hammocks and butt floss. It's great.
There you go. There you go. Well,
I'm just gonna go buy that right now.
eBay.com.
Well, I was gonna back that, but I hit a low fun moment. But I don't know. I probably go back eventually and get a copy of it. But I just hadn't. Anyway, all right.
Hey,
quick
Romo
update.
R, good to see you.
Yeah. All right. Somebody still over there? All right.
Hello.
Awesome.
I mean, I'm watching too, but I don't know if that counts. Does that count?
No.
Okay.
Panel watching doesn't count. Sorry. It sucks. It should.
I like to participate in the chat still.
Right? Same.
Yeah.
But I'm on a wooden computer powered with potatoes. So if I try to do that, it just
I
all
respect
breaks.
the tradition, sir. I respect that.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Anyway, yep. Hey man, what's up, dude? Sector 7. Yeah. That's an amazing campaign.
Dude, for real. Dude, that's my kaiju fix. I'm taking that one intravenously.
Well, what gets me about that though is everything else is like derivative of Japanese kaiju, but they have like actual original kaiju.
Yeah.
I mean, original kaiju characters. I mean, never before seen, and so I don't know why everybody is a kaiju lover is just not jumping all over that thing.
It's underrated. Is what
very.
it is. It'll grow though. It'll grow.
Yeah.
You know, like once you fulfill that first campaign,
Mhm.
your second campaign, if your first book was good,
Yeah.
your second campaign will take off. So
Right.
I tell folks, don't lose heart. Don't
Mm.
lose heart. Go look at Michael Bancroft. I mean, he did good on his first campaign, but his second, he had to. I mean, we're talking waist deep through the mud, blood and tears, getting that thing done, and getting it out there and getting people to invest in him. And issue number 2 is coming out. This guy, like, leveled up is an understatement. He went to a whole new tier.
What impressed me about that first book and is that he didn't put it out till it was right. I mean, he drew the whole, almost redrew the whole thing.
Yep, got rid of all the ginger roots.
Yeah, there you go. And but I mean, it's people respect that. People respect that. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm in the long haul now. For this long haul now, I've launched as many times as I had to. There you go. Hey man, do it. That's a great book. He's a heck of an artist too. He's a he's a real unique voice in this community. I don't know why people haven't just tried to poach the crap out of him. He's really good.
It just takes a while to get that momentum.
Yeah, I know.
That's all it is.
Well,
a river starts with a single drop of water.
Yeah, exactly. So just so you guys know, right now I am up to 23 backers.
Yeah, buddy.
$7,600. Yeah.
15%, dude. You're getting there.
I'm getting there. I think I'm going to need some really big shows to go on, and so I'm really hoping that this will be one of the moments that EVS wants to toy with me and has me on this show. This time I'll have something that they can that I can actually push. So,
well, and it's a good one, man. Because EVS, he's a voice. He really is like the senior voice of of this consumer movement, and he's a picky customer, and I can respect that. He's a picky guy, and that's respectable. It really is.
Yeah. Well, the thing I liked about what the Drink with Crazy guys going nuts over it was they went nuts over the right things. Okay. They went
the things
nuts
you
over
want
the
them
things.
to.
Yeah. I want people to understand that this is not just a straight up and down superhero comic. This has a espionage elements in it. It's got social commentary in it. I mean, it's complicated.
Dude, it's got intrigue. It's got cloak and dagger. It's got action. I mean, this is.
Plus, it's got
Tom Clancy is kicking himself in hell right now for not coming up with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my hype man right there. That's my hype man. But at the bottom line, though, bottom line is that Ironsides is like a golden age hero. I mean, they got that. They understood that he's a golden age hero. Back when heroes weren't really all that complicated morally, you know, where heroes like believed in blacks and whites, believed in doing the right thing no matter what the personal cost. And he's stuck in this world because these criminals that he's trying to save, you know, they're all like selfish, self-centered, you know, and they're like the next generation, you know. I mean, they you know, they're all there legitimately. You know, I got one guy who discovered he had superpowers and decided to start live streaming him like doing extreme stunts with his superpower. And by the time he got arrested, he was like made several $100,000 worth of damage, you know, to property and stuff like that. Because his power is that depending on how hard he's hit, it absorbs into his body and creates muscle mass. And so it doesn't damage him, but he feels the pain of it. So anytime he has to charge up, you know, he basically has to do something to get hit. So
right.
I wanted to clarify something though. This is, you said it's golden age, golden age, right? Not Golden Girls.
Yeah. Golden Age, yeah.
Golden Age, okay.
Although the Golden Girls are fawning over Ironsides, let's be real.
Yeah.
Oh, well, probably. I think
like
everybody.
He's got like a Sean.
Well,
Connery
Blanche
thing
is
going on there.
for sure.
Sean Connery, I'm sorry, but with the, you know, he could have got any kind of play in the 80s and 90s. I'm sorry.
Hey man, Ironsides looks at here's the name Sean Connery. Goes, nope, never heard of her.
Right. Anyway, so that's doing good, doing real great for the campaign, and I am really happy that they're starting to get out there. Thanks to people like Chris Tamlovic who had me on the other day. Appreciate it, and I was on Nerd Bacon.
Well, and everybody needs to just start boosting your tweets, man.
Yeah,
that always helps.
Yeah, it does, and everybody that does that, I appreciate it. You know, I got a long way to go. I understand that, but I've got some changes that I'm making right now. I decided I got an artist right now working on giving Ironsides the Uncle Sam a hat.
Nice.
Because you know, when they looked at it, they didn't understand it was Uncle Sam right at first, and I was like, you know what, maybe I need the hat for that. For the people to understand that's what that is in the variant. So that's what I decided to do. So I got somebody working on that right now.
Is the Ironsides pointing with the hand or okay, yeah, with
yeah, it's got everything else. It's got all the other elements of
crystal.
Yeah, it's got all the other elements. But the guy that put the digital on it, the digital color on it, is also doing the. He's doing the hat, and he also did the lettering because he had the letter layers. I asked him to do that. So besides, there was a debt involved that he was him and hawing about paying back, and I was like, "Hey, this will make a square." He's like, "I'll get right on it." So Hey, when life hands you lemons, you make 2.8 million, right? You know.
That's right. That was beautiful. It's a great characterization.
Yeah. I love that part about yeah, there was some drug use, but I went to rehab 4 times, and I meant it every time, because they always mean it. They always mean it. Anyway,
well, you gotta mean it.
You gotta mean it. You gotta mean it. Anyway, so I'm going to play the trailer on the way out the door. Thank you guys for coming.
Hi, thanks for having me on. Nice to say hey to everybody, and I'm always happy to be here, Bunny. I'm sorry I can't come more often.
Oh, sure, no problem. And there's I need to get a hold of that trailer for the 03, the Out of Obscurity.
Cool.
So I can play it on my channel.
Awesome.
But that's also available on From My Comic, Out of Obscurity. It's 7 creators. Some of them never did a comic before. Got together with some artists, and they took characters that were in the public domain, and maybe people hadn't heard of from for a while, and made stories with them. We got people like Matty Fowler, Mr. Frost down here. We've also got the stories from Mr. Hojo, who's
Aaron C. from Immortal Rising.
Aaron C. from Immortal Rising. Yep. Him and Jose Garcia drew it. So
yes,
yeah, his is really jaw dropping. I got a story from the original Ghost Rider. The first time people saw Ghost Rider, it was a guy named Rex Fury, and he was kind of like did Scooby Doo stories, because the comic book authority wouldn't let him do Supernatural.
And who's your artist? Because your art is sick.
Marco Oliver from Brazil.
Yeah, the art on yours was amazingly good.
Yeah, and the colors
are hard.
Yeah, the colors
are hard, man.
They are. But the colorist is Mika, my secret weapon. She does all my coloring on everything. That's why all my stuff looks so uniform. I make sure she colors just about everything.
Nice.
So if you find a genius like that, man, you gotta include them in everything if you can. But yeah, so what's that?
I was saying you definitely know how to pick good artists and get a good team together. It's good stuff, man.
Yeah. I'm very happy with them. Unfortunately, I gotta, my main artist is about to pull his hair out because I keep having to okay, we need to expand this page. We need to redraw this, But as long, I paid him for everything he does, but I guess it gets real frustrating for an artist after a while. But so I'm actually going to expand something to a 2-page spread. I just decided this week that it's got to be a 2-page spread. So I got to break that to him, so he may quit. I don't know. But it's got to be right. It's got to be right. This is the first shot. It might be my last shot. So yeah, it's got to be right. But anyway, thank you guys for coming. Let me go ahead and play this trailer, and we'll be out. Thank you, everybody. See you later.
See you later.
Remember, everybody, follow the white rabbit.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Hold on. I didn't play it. Damn it. There it is.
Our brethren are already in the field. Why stand we here idle? What is it the gentlemen wish? What would they have? Is life so dear, or peace so sweet? Has to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty.
I know not what caused others. As for me,
Give me liberty, or give me death.